I'm the killer. Bring it back.
Greetings and salutations, fuckers. How you doing? You okay? Welcome to another episode of Guys We Fcked.
It's the anti-slut shaming podcast. I'm Corinne Fisher.
I'm Krystyna Hutchinson.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks for being here. We got a lot of stuff on youtube.com/Guys We Fcked without the U and fucked for you. This past Wednesday, we did a live episode of Guys We Fcked, which we're going to do pretty much the last Wednesday of every month. Mm-hmm. You could only get this episode on YouTube. It's going to be live. You can call in, you could text in. We might be drinking, we might be stoned, who knows? But it's a lovely shit show of a show. And so we really invite you to subscribe to youtube.com/Guys We Fcked. And then rate and review Guys We Fcked on Apple Podcast app if you haven't already, because that keeps us in the top charts, which we are currently not in, because everyone and their fucking mom is a podcast. If you want to write us an email, sorryaboutlastnightshow@gmail.com is where you do that. Today's subject line, an email that kinda passes the Bechdel test. Dear Corinne and Krystyna.
That spelling of my name doesn't pass the Bechdel test.
Corinne. Let's just get this out of the way. She's Corinne, and then I'm Krystyna. It's so funny. No one spells my name wrong because they're like, well, I got over that hump. Surely whatever the fuck I write for Corinne is going to be correct.
So wild.
We said that in the meeting before, where it was just like, people must be spelling your name wrong all the time, Krystyna. Right?
All four grandparents went to the grave without ever spelling my first name correctly. That is a 100% fact.
My God.
But boy, have I gotten older and that's changed. Thank you so much for all that you do. I've been a loyal fucker since around 2015 when I was 14. I'm now 21. All right, so you're our daughter. Thank you very much. You guys gave the best advice through my formative years. I know that they aren't done yet, and I'm so thankful to have such strong role models to look up to. Fuck yeah, girl, thanks. So, to my problem. I unfortunately grew up in a cult, the religion of Jehovah's Witnesses. I wasn't able to break free from it until around 20 years old. Well, I'm glad you found us during that cult time. Damn. When I was finally able to get my own apartment. One part of the religion is that you aren't to associate with people outside of it. That's how they get you. They refer to any non-believers as a worldly person.
I that even sounds like a compliment.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that is. Thank you. I am worldly, actually, because I'm allowed to have friends. In order to keep contact with my family, I had to save enough money to get my own one-bedroom apartment. I couldn't have roommates, as this would have been seen as me associating with worldly people. I mean, that's, again, a good thing, which you know that by now. And could have had consequences I wasn't ready to face emotionally. Me and my pupper, Pics attached, have been enjoying our newfound freedom together.
So does that mean your dog's a Jehovah's Witness?
No, dogs don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, is it a worldly pup then?
Right. I mean, I guess you have to say that it is, or unless animals don't count. Unfortunately, with this freedom came the shunning of all the friends I had in the religion, and the only friends I was ever allowed to have. I mean, you're probably better off for it, but that does suck. I'm grateful this happened though, because these connections wouldn't have been sustainable as I move on in life. I did take the time to mourn these friendships, and it's something that I'm still working on in therapy. I see both a trauma therapist for the religious trauma endured as well as a CBT therapist. Girl, we did raise you right. I'm so proud of you. I do finally have a support system in my mom and stepdad as I convinced them within the last couple months to also leave the religion.
Oh, that's good.
That's great. That's fucking awesome that they listen too. While I love that my dog is my best friend, my issue lies in the fact that I was never able to normally socialize with people growing up. I have plenty of social skills. I'm in college and I work as a real estate agent to support myself. So it's not like I'm not inept. Or it's not like I'm inept, but I have no female friends or just really friends in general. The friends I've tried to make on campus haven't been genuine, or I'm always the one initiating plans, never any reciprocation, etc. I get really good grades and have become known as the study guide girl. Aw, girl.
Yeah, I
love you.
Even before you said study guide girl, I'm like, you're coming off as a dork. It's okay. We'll fix it. That's the problem. That's why I can tell. I'm like, it's like you're too thirsty. I think like that. There's probably like a little lapse in like whatever like you did in your religious life and what you're doing now.
Yeah, perhaps.
This is an easy fix though.
Yeah, it seems like when people do reach out to me, it's to try to boost them up academically. All take and no give. I even tried to host an end of summer party, inviting my entire program, and only 3 people showed up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love you. They stayed for a couple hours and dipped to go somewhere else and didn't invite me to come along.
Yeah.
One thing I am really trying to avoid is overcompensating by giving too much energy to people who won't appreciate it or use it for the wrong reasons. I am diagnosed with OCD, and my intrusive thoughts sometimes win, making me think that people think I'm trying too hard or that I'm being labeled as the weird cult girl. Honestly, I would fucking use that to your advantage. That's fucking interesting as shit. Are you kidding me? I would say go into stand-up comedy.
Well,
but I don't
and
wish that for
also
anybody.
as someone with OCD, I mean, intrusive thoughts are difficult because it's not like people without OCD don't have what we would also categorize as intrusive thoughts. You hear what I'm saying? So like the voice, like everyone has a voice in their head, or most people have a voice in their head that's saying like, I don't feel good enough. I was like, it was coming out of my mouth and I was like, well, I don't, but that's another disorder. What you're describing, because I actually, I don't want to like hurt your feelings, but I don't think your assessment of how you think other people see you is incorrect. So that you shouldn't think less of yourself because of that. But I think it is also like a really important tool to understand how people see you and then make the decision whether or not you want to change that. So I understand that people see me as like a cocky narcissist. I know I'm not, so I'm not going to change those things. But I think it's important that I know that going out into the world, you know?
Yeah.
And the fact that you threw a party and invited everyone in your program, that's trying too hard. Right out of the gates. It's nice, but it's not going to be received well in the environment that you're in right now.
Yeah. My obsessive thoughts also make me think there is something wrong with me to have people not want to be around me.
No, that's not true.
Oh, I know these are anxiety thoughts, but they're hard to push through sometimes. Also too, you have to give yourself a little credit here. You grew up in an environment that is completely different from the rest of the country that you live in.
Right. So it's like, what does weird mean? It's like, yeah, of course you're going to come off weird just because you're not. Weird just means like not the same as other people. So it's like, I mean, you could just reframe that and call it unique. Like, are you unique?
I know. Yes. I was going to say, I think it's so fucking fascinating that you grew up in a religious cult. I'd want to know more about it. I think that's wildly different than anybody else that I have in my life. And I think that's fucking cool in a way. You have this experience that a lot of other people have.
Yeah, I'm sure you're like a much more interesting person.
Yeah. I really am not expecting a lot. And I know everyone has a busy life, but it feels like I don't have any genuine connections, especially to female friends. I would kill to just have a fun movie night with people who have some interest in me platonically. I feel like because I missed out on the first 2 years of my college experience due to living at home and under the eye of a cult, I am so far behind everybody else socially. I never had roommates, sorority sisters, or people I even ate lunch with after class. I've tried joining clubs, organizing study groups. That's not gonna do it. Talking to people at local stores or parks. You're so cute. That's where this is not normal.
That's where the thirsty part is coming
adorable.
I also think like coming from a religion, so like there's you're associating your religion because you're experienced with it with a lot of negatives, but there's also a very big sense of community in religion where
hang out with Jews, man.
But it's like you're gonna feel like so you're coming from a place where community and being friends and communicating with everyone was like a big part of it, but like life is not like that. So like that's kind of like the pros of a cult is like there is a lot of fellowship because that's what keeps you in the cult if you understand what I'm saying.
Right, that's what they use as bait. You know, look, you belong here.
And then as far as like platonic, like when girls are in college, like a lot of the time is just spent like trying to fuck guys, and like that's just like, believe me, I also hate that part of being a woman, and I also find that to be not fun.
I kind of like that part. I've tried joining study groups, talking to people at stores or parks, join groups like Meetup. I even organized a Facebook group for young women with dogs in my area in an attempt to meet new people off campus.
Even the fact that that's on Facebook, girl. I mean, we're on TikTok now.
Right.
You know, Facebook.
I want to be your friend. I fucking love you.
Nothing says so Jehovah's
cute.
Witness like a Facebook group.
Like a 20-year-old on Facebook.
Yeah. Although I will say Gen Z did get back on Facebook a little bit. Yeah.
And stuff like that.
My Gen Z friends do update their Facebooks in a way that my millennial friends, some of them don't.
Yeah, because all the millennials' parents are on there thinking their own drugs. Yeah. I guess my question is, how would you guys suggest navigating this and trying to make some good, solid friends? I know I can't force connections and maybe it'll just be a waiting game, but it's kind of lonely out here. Also, it would be awesome if you guys were able to bring awareness to how harmful the religion of Jehovah's Witnesses really is. Many people think think that they're just people who don't celebrate holidays, but it goes much deeper than that.
Listen, I don't trust anyone who doesn't celebrate Halloween. So
Yeah. Oh my God.
I know you guys hate Reddit, which is justified, but the ex-Jehovah's Witness thread, and she says EXJW, has a lot of good info and support systems for any listeners who might be looking to get out. That's very valuable information. Thank you for sharing it. It can be dangerous and harmful road. I also suggest looking into the hashtag Stand If You Are Able movement that's working to provide and post informational stickers globally. These stickers have a lot of useful info linked via QR codes as well as discussion boards for those looking for help to leave. It's just starting, but it's small and mighty. I included pics of me so you can rate the situation on my looks, of course. Oh, girl.
Oh, thanks.
And my dog Archie and our apartment.
doesn't matter what you look like. You're not, nothing that you wrote us about is pertaining to that.
Right. Yeah, hold on. I can't.
But we're gonna look anyway, right?
Yeah. Well,
All right, Mike.
they're cut
Mike,
off.
don't try to. You can't try to fuck her. Okay.
Why does it go right to that?
Well, we can see the pictures of Jehovah's Witness teen.
Oh, you're
she's
really
so
cute.
Oh my God, your dog's so cute. You're fucking adorable. And
Okay,
that
you're dressed normally. That's what I was looking for. I was like, this bitch better not have a bonnet on.
Bonnet.
but she used to. Okay, so I would say, I don't know if this is one of the things you already did because you listed a lot of stuff that you did. Volunteering your time is pretty cool. I mean, volunteering, you meet a lot of like-minded people. Like volunteering for at a foster home, volunteering with kids for kids with disabilities. Like you are going to meet very like-minded people who give a shit about making the world a better place. Volunteer for environmental activism stuff.
Also, my question
You're going to meet a certain kind of person there, but it's a start.
Yeah, I'm my question is, do you
Or get a
do you
part-time
not
job.
drink? Because that also could
start
be,
drinking.
Well, or go out or be willing to go out in spaces where people drink, because I'm based on your religious upbringing, I was
only
thinking
20.
that you might not drink. Yeah, but I mean, if she's in college, they're still going out to bars where they don't card, you know? So because it seems and it's did you throw a party where there was no alcohol?
Oh, girl. Oh my God. If you throw a party at college and there was no booze,
Because I'm
no
worried
one's
that you
gonna
did.
go.
I'm worried that you did.
And maybe you didn't know that that's what you have to have. Booze and drugs and alcohol and weed, girl. Come on.
Yeah.
And you're so cute. I love you.
And so and also you're doing so many things. So it's not that you're not doing enough. It's that you're doing too much.
Yeah, you're making up for lost time.
People can sense the urgency and the thirst of someone who really needs friends. And not that that's
100%.
it's just once you get older, it's just it's too much of it feels stressful and too much of a burden to take on for someone who needs a friend that bad, because it feels as a friend, you're going to be taking on a full ass relationship.
I will say,
very few people are willing to do that.
My method of making friends when I went to Penn State and at Marymount, my first year at Marymount, my parents moved me into the transfer dorm. My mom had a screaming fucking fight with my father in front of everyone and said, "Fuck you, Edward. I'll just walk back to Philadelphia." And everyone saw it. And I was like, I need friends right now. And so
hire two actors.
I literally, there was a group of girls at the elevator waiting to go downstairs. And I said, "Hey guys, could I be your friends?" And that was Allie, Ashley, and Daria, who I'm still one of them I hate, but all the other ones, they're still some of my best friends today. But I was I just literally was "Hey, guy, can I be your friend?" And I just was vulnerable and just said that, and it worked.
I feel like that's what she's been doing now.
No, but she's been doing actions that say that instead of actually saying it. And I'm just saying you can't lose, because if you say it to a bunch of cunts, they're gonna be a cunt, and then you're "Well, I don't want to be your friend. You're a cunt." So if you just say it to the right group of girls, it's sweet and it's vulnerable, and everyone wants friends, and so. That's not a weakness that you want friends. We're human beings. We thrive on friendships. Friendships, I would say, are the most important part of life, if you ask me. So,
well, it's also are you still not allowed to live with anyone else? Is that still a rule?
You got to break that rule for yourself. Come to terms with it. Well, obviously it's not as quick as that.
Because it's if you don't have friends, it's if you feel lonely and you're keeping this rule going because it's still allow you to still be friends with people who are still in the religion, but then they're not being friends with you. Well, then what's the point of
there's no point
keeping this rule? And like, okay, so if you're becoming known as the study guide girl, like you're probably just coming off as a little too, like, yeah, like
obnoxious,
a little too dorky, a little too serious. And like, you don't have to, no, I would never recommend changing something about yourself. It's more like
highlighting more fun parts.
Yeah. And it's also more like you can change your branding without changing who you are. Just change how you're selling yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's like
all of life is branding,
like Subway.
Really. Yeah, exactly. You know,
Jared started fucking a kid. They're like, out with you.
We got to change this.
So you don't need
the sandwiches are still
shitty.
sandwiches.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also like, yeah, people might think you're weird because religion is like a little bit weird, but that there's I think just you don't need to associate negativity with that. Like people think I'm weird. I think it's cool. I think it's great that they think that.
You have a lot of unique facts about you, which are fascinating, and I think
I also wonder if
conversation
there's
starters.
A group at your college for people who like escaped really intense religion. Like that could be a really fun point. Point.
Yeah.
As I think that's like really relatable, and also like something that start where you have the most in common. And obviously, like religion is such a huge part of your life that I think that will be a way to go. Another thing, and this is like such a weird 2022 recommendation, but I feel like God, you should make a TikTok about your experiences.
Yeah,
it would be so. This is the kind of stuff that like, especially because you ended the email with how passionate you are about getting people out of Jehovah's Witness, and I don't want to put you at risk like of harm. So even if you did it anonymously and like wore a mask or something, but I mean, number one, cool way to meet other people because Gen Z, and is she even younger than Gen Z, or she's Gen
Z?
20 is so young. So I think like one of the cool, what?
I think she's Gen Z.
She should, 1997 is when it starts. So she was born in, I can't do the math, but Gen Z also like communicates a lot more through social media.
You were born in 2002.
So if you I'm guessing growing up in a Jehovah's Witness, you weren't really on social media a lot. But I think like part of what makes Gen Z is they're not as communicative in real life as they are online. And they do make a lot of friends online. They date less because they spend so much time online. But there is a sense of community online if that's what you're looking for, especially among God. I want to fucking direct your TikTok. Like I'm just like itching for it. Like, because number one, it's the kind of TikTok that I would watch for like 5 hours straight because I would want to learn everything about Jehovah's Witness. I think it's also giving a sense of like purpose. Because I think it would help a lot of people, and it would give you this sense of community that you're looking for.
It would slap, I would really think like you're right in that most people don't see Jehovah's. I see extreme versions of Judaism very harmful, like Hasidic Jewish community. Like we've had people on there that like, but like I kind of think society like knows that that's really fucked up religion, and it's very harmful, especially to women. And so I think of Jehovah's Witness as like friendly, going door to door, and then I'm not allowed to have a birthday party. So you're right. I have the absolute wrong impression of it. And so there's so much that people don't know, and there's so much that you know. Take that information, make a boat out of it, and sail on into the future, girl.
And also use your dog to make friends. That I don't even like particularly like interacting with people, but I talk to strangers more than any other time when I'm at the dog park. So I don't know if you're someone who just like walks their dog on the street, but I would say go out a little bit out of your way to find a dog park that you like and go to that same dog park at the same time every day, and you will just end up becoming friends. And like if you're having trouble having people meet up with you to hang out with you, you could then have it as an excuse, like a play date for your dog, basically. Like, oh, I wanted to. Do you want to get together with the dogs? And like that's like a really good technique for adult friend making. It really works every time. I know a lot of people who do that and like have very like good friend circles based on dogs. And also I think like just like if you have a dog meetup, like that's kind of like you're just like a good person. And then also like you say this thing like, I really am not expecting a lot, and I know everyone has a busy life, but it feels like I don't have any genuine connections. That unfortunately that's life. That's what we're all searching for. So although your connections you found them to be disingenuous within the religion because the religion like itself is a lie and a cult, that doesn't mean that real life everything is genuine. It's not. Like most connections you have will not be genuine. And so I think like part of what makes life interesting and valuable and like what gets us up in the morning is like going out and seeking those, genuine relationships. I mean, I've been not in a religion my whole life, and like how many genuine relationships do I have? I don't know, 5 that are like really
That's
good.
a pretty good amount.
It's not going to be that many. Yeah. But then when you find them, you work on them and and also you're 20. You're very young, so
take advantage, baby girl.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to do. I mean, it is difficult, but
November 10th, if you're in New York City, you got a wild night ahead of you of comedy. At 7 p.m., Von DiCarlo and I are co-headlining at New York Comedy Club. We're each doing half-hour sets of stand-up comedy. And then that same night, Thursday, November 10th, at the Midnight Theater at 10 p.m., Corinne Fisher, Krystyna Hutchinson, Mike Coscarelli, and a special motherfucking guest are going to do a live episode of Guys We Fcked as part of the New York Comedy Festival. You're going to get a lot of things that you're not going to get in a regular Guys We Fcked episode. One of them is exclusive video footage that if the people that when we eventually do air the episode, we're not airing that part. So that's just for the audience. There's only 120 seats in this theater. It will sell out. Get your fucking tickets at sorryaboutlastnightcomedy.com.
Yeah, and then press rewind on that week because on Tuesday, November 8th, you're going to want to have gone to the live recording of Without a Country. That's the day of the midterm election. So we're going to be covering that live. It's me and a bunch of special comedian guests, and that's happening at 66 Greenpoint Avenue, the Comedy Club in the back location there. It's starting at 7 p.m. So get tickets for that. I finally did update the Linktree link in my bio, so everything is there for both the Guys We Fcked show and the Without a Country show. Gonna be a good time. We're gonna have fun. I love covering election stuff live. It's because it's like you're gonna watch it anyway. So why don't we make it into like a bar sporting event? I wish they had like chicken wings or something at the bar.
Oh, they don't.
I don't think.
If they don't have food there, you could probably see most food there.
It's a nicer bar.
Turn the midterms into a sporting event.
Yeah, might as well.
That's what I love doing.
Fuck it is anyway.
I love going to watch like non-sporting things in a group setting and making it feel sporty. That's very fun to me. Like American Idol or something. I love that.
That's fun.
Fun.
Follow us on all the social media, including TikTok and YouTube at Guys We Fcked without the U and Fucked. And I'm at Krystyna Hutch.
I'm a philanthropy gal on everything Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram.
Oh man, Skankfest.
Oh yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, how was it?
So fun. And
it was fun.
I really enjoyed myself. The fans are always really great. It was in Vegas, so I felt extra pretty. And
a lot of uglies there.
Yeah. And
not cute.
Yeah, I mean, when you're a woman and you live in New York City, you're used to, not being a 10. But then when you go to pretty much any other state, you're like, I'm so beautiful. Holy shit. So I enjoyed that part. I did this whole thing on my Instagram before. It's partially because I was watching the Woodstock 99 documentary, semi recently, but I wanted to crowd surf at the goddamn Comedy Jam, which is where comedians, do a song to an incredible live band. And I had my song picked out. It was Down with the Sickness. And I wanted to crowd surf. Yeah. Chad, I don't know what we're going to do about that one, but you know what? Lena Dunham and Alyssa Bennett sing a lot of songs in their podcast.
Oh, we're fine.
Yeah. So there you go.
I think he's just being safe to protect us. Cause I mean, you can legally do like 20 to 30 seconds.
You can do a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I practiced a lot for that. But I was like, I want to crowd surf. And then I went on my Instagram all high and mighty. Not high. I mean, I still am behind the sentiment, but I was like, guys, like if a girl's crowd surfing, like don't touch her don't touch her private parts. That's sexual assault. Like that's bad. Like don't do that. And then the night that I did the goddamn Comedy Jam, I didn't crowd surf because I was wearing shorts and I didn't want to get fingered. And because I had in my head that I was going to get fingered because I watched the Woodstock 99 documentary, and also the fact that I masturbated to it. It was just weird. It was a lot of weird things floating in my head. So I'm like, I'm going to crowd surf with pants on. And then I crowd surf for the first time the following night. I also did acid for the first time at the same time. And let me tell you, that's a fun one. I did a little tiny thing. I didn't see anything. There was no visualizations, but I felt like aces. I was made aware that Nikki Glaser wrote a song about Bob Saget while I was on acid, and I was like, wait, who's singing? And someone was like, that's Nikki Glaser wrote a song about like how sad she was about Bob Saget. And I just thought it was the funniest thing in the world. And then Big J wrote a song about how Nikki Glaser didn't even know Bob Saget. And I was like, wait, what? And for whatever reason, it hit my funny bone in the most perfect way. And I feel like I had like a full body orgasm because I was laughing so hard. Like that's truly how it felt. Like tears were streaming down my face. I'll never forget that moment. It was one of the happiest moments of my life. So thank you.
And that is the problem with psychedelics.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was also on acid and I go, oh, this is why I can't do this often because it's better.
It's yeah. I'll never forget it. And then I did eventually crowd surf, and I didn't realize you're supposed to crowd surf on your back. So like you're supposed to be like tits up to the sky. I just went tits out, and Corinne caught it on video. But then like the people in the crowd like turned me over, and I was like, yeah, no one touched me weird. Like this is great. And I'm like, I'm so proud of you guys.
They're like, it's too easy. We have to slip it.
Yeah, and they probably knew you were filming, so like I can't do anything here because it's on camera.
I feel like
they were also a great crowd.
Yeah, I feel like they're not like actually like the bad people like lurk.
For sure.
They're not like in the middle of the crowd singing along.
Yeah. But that was so much fun, losing my crowd surfing acid virginity at the same time. That was just absolutely excellent. Just aces all around. I really recommend Skankfest. That's a good time. It was a good time.
Well, the episode where they talk about, as I said, the episode where they talk about the Nikki Glaser song is also the same episode where they make fun of our promo from when we went in front of the paywall, and it's a really fucking funny episode.
We'll give you material all damn day, guys.
Thoroughly enjoyed that episode. I love it.
That was amazing. And yeah, how are you? You good?
No, I'm fine. You know, just floating around. It's Halloween week, doing my thing.
Spooky shit.
I changed my sheets to orange, so everything should be fine.
Yeah, everything's gonna be great.
Everything should be fine.
You're not revealing your costume, right?
Never.
No, I actually I was very behind because I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. I have everything on its way, which is part of the reason why I was up till like, I don't know, fucking 8 a.m. Because I had to get everything sent, and I had to get a costume for Alfred. Of course. But yeah, I think we're good. I'm excited. I just don't have any fucking place to go.
Yeah,
what is everyone doing for Halloween? And I'm just like sick of
free Friday night and Saturday after my spots.
Sick of walking around fucking comedy clubs.
Oh yeah, well we can
in a
not
costume.
Do that.
Yeah, it's like weird.
House of Yes is probably having a party or something.
Yeah, I was like, someone cool has to have a fucking party.
I could also have a Halloween party, but my space isn't that big.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, my costume alone, I need more space.
Damn. I can't wait.
Yeah. So.
Seth is having a party. He has one every year.
That's right. We do usually stop by that. Yeah.
It's another tiny space, though.
Oh, I think I have to RSVP to that.
They never. Actually, you might.
They did.
We got to do that.
Yeah, people got stuff at the door last time.
I will say, I'm dating somebody with a positive attitude, and I just wanted to say, as somebody who dated somebody with a very negative attitude for 7 years, and let me tell you something, I loved that motherfucker to death. I really did, and I the time we shared was beautiful. But you don't really realize when you're in a relationship with someone with a fucking god awful attitude that how not only how much better it is to just be alone, really, but if you're going to be in a relationship, to me, relationships can be so fun and exciting and adventurous, and I really love them, and I love putting work into them, and I think they're just so fun. But boy, oh boy, how much higher you fly when the other person also has a positive attitude about life. It is incredible. It is something that I am so enjoying, just really enjoying, and I'm like, oh my God, I never thought that I would. I was just with somebody that was so negative for so many years that I kind of associated boyfriends with like being toxic, negative downers.
Well, you just love it always fascinated me because you love a lot of people with like
downer attitudes.
Tight buttholes.
Yeah, right.
Because
and they're not in my life anymore.
Even though like I am playing the role of like the down on this episode. Like overall, my thoughts on life are not like down.
No.
So it's interesting because like I also don't like fucking being in relationships with people with negative attitudes, but a lot of times it's like those are the more mysterious, like quiet ones, and I do love silence.
Yeah.
Right. So, but yeah, like my last boyfriend had a very positive attitude, even though I honestly think he was faking it.
Really?
Yeah. No, I think it's pretty sad, but I think he's faking it. And I go, whatever you need to do to not bother me. I'm just kidding. Obviously, I was open to hearing lots of stuff, but I mean, I think because that's what I do. Because it's like, yeah, no, my inner thoughts are like very sad, but no one wants to fucking hear that.
Right, correct.
All the time.
It brings down the mood, it brings down the vibe, and also doesn't give you inspiration to lead a fun life.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't build a bond.
Well, also like you want to act like you're like trying to work towards something that could be positive.
For sure. Absolutely.
Just because every day is a nightmare doesn't mean that the next day can't be.
True
a dream.
words. Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
And I do live like that.
Yeah, and I always thought like after Steven, I was like, man, because I remember I pushed him so hard with his career stuff. Like, you can be doing this or you can be doing this or like what. And I got him jobs. I got him most of the work towards the end of our relationship. I got him because I was like, you're so fucking talented.
Yeah, he is.
Here and like, and I hooked him up with people that I'm like, that would benefit from his talent. And I love that. But I'm like, oh my God, I couldn't imagine dating somebody that also has that attitude and we both have that attitude. What? And I just want, the reason that I'm saying this is because if you are currently in a relationship with someone who brings you down, I'm not saying abandon it and move on, but I am saying it is worth considering the fact that you don't have to be in a relationship where you get dragged down. And there's so many men, women, in between, everybody in between. Like, it's so often that we fall into a romantic relationship with a partner that just drags us down. And as somebody who is not with a partner that drags her down, it is incredible. The sun is shining brighter. The birds are like, it's just, it makes such a difference. And it's like, I want to be with somebody who pushes me to be a better version of myself. And oh my God, it's what I'm getting. And it's really exciting. And so I just wanted to say, to pay attention to how you feel in your romantic relationships, because that really matters. And, if all of your friends are like, this guy sucks, they might be right, if, as was the case with me. But, yeah, it's a lesson that ultimately you have to learn for yourself. But I just wanted to just throw it out there as food for thought. Take evaluation. Take inventory, emotional inventory of where you're currently at in your relationship, and ask yourself, do I feel fulfilled? Does this person make me want to be a better version of ourselves? Are we still like pushing each other to be better? Because you don't have to have that in a relationship, but goddamn, when you do, it is better. It's a beautiful place. So I just wanted to send that little reminder out there to everybody. Don't get dragged down by your partner. And they might have like a mental health issues, which is, that's really tough and it's not their fault. But like, if they're not helping themselves, there's not much, you can't really go a lot of places from there. So I just wanted to throw a reminder. I feel like a lot of people deal with that, and you don't necessarily have to.
You don't. Today's guests. Oh, this was a fun episode talking about like positive vibes. We love both of these women so much. They're stand-up comedians and they are co-hosts of the This Bitch podcast. Please welcome to the show, Kim Congdon and Sarah Weinshenk.
We are here with stand-up comedian Sarah Weinshenk and Kimberly Congdon. So excited to have you on the show.
Hi.
You just got some new puffers.
We came in hot.
Forever 21.
In our 30s at Forever 21, sweetie.
Yeah.
I know. My best friend banned me a couple years ago from Forever 21, and I was like, okay, that's fair.
You know, it's fucked up. I banned myself and then took the ban off.
Oh, that's a true addict. Yeah, my girl.
Go back.
Your mind can convince you of anything.
To be honest, I don't take care of my things well enough. I'm traveling too much. I lose a bunch of clothes. Anytime I spend money on something, it's gone within 6 months.
It's got dents. It got stains.
Dents. I'm like, bring on the fast fashion. I'll wear it a day, throw it out.
Yeah. Well, then Forever 21 is exactly meant for you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It really is throwaway clothes.
Yeah, but sometimes when I get in the dressing room, like, I don't know who I think I am.
You go to the dressing room in Forever 21?
Yeah, I got to try on.
When you're in your 30s, I think you definitely have to go to the dressing room in Forever 21.
Yeah. Oh, gone are the days where I just said it'll fit.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm like, I don't know. I thought maybe I'd be a size small in a crop top, and then I got in the dressing room and I had a fucking rude awakening.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the lighting,
Yeah. Yeah.
fluorescent.
Yeah, that's rude.
Yeah, what are we in school?
Yeah. What is this, a store for 21-year-olds?
Yeah.
Give me something dimmer.
Well, it's also bad when you can see visibly that they tipped the mirror to make you look better and you still look bad.
They should have a dressing room for women in their 30s where there's dimmer lighting, maybe some incense, and then, not a tipped mirror.
Temporarily 31.
Yeah,
the store.
Yeah.
You guys were talking about having a lesbian energy before, which we started recording, which I think is interesting because Krystyna and I
We understand.
Yeah, we travel a lot, obviously.
With our dogs.
With our rescue dogs.
In our
It's
sweatpants.
very lesbian-y.
No makeup.
So do people actually ever think you're fucking each other? Is this a problem that you have?
I mean, yeah, we go to like we've had times where we Sarah will order a milkshake at a restaurant and it'll just come on the table with 2 straws.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like
that's
things like
cute.
that all the
Yeah.
time. And I think we maybe have people ask us, I'm sure throughout the years if we're dating.
People have asked. People have also been like, it's either like, are you guys dating? Or somebody asked if we were twins, which was weird because we don't look physically alike.
Not at all.
What else though?
I don't know. We've heard kooky things, but we do sometimes give off we came in with matching Red Bulls and puffers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's pretty gay.
I
love it.
It's very
sugar-free
gay.
Red Bull.
Cheers.
Very gay. Cheers to that.
Hell yeah.
But it's nice having a gay partner in comedy.
Yeah. Have you guys done gay stuff? Not with each other, or with each other, or just in general?
I sort of. I fucked around when I was a freshman in college, trying to impress a guy with a threesome.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like the straightest thing you can do, actually.
Yeah. But now I'm kind of definitely bi-curious for sure. And I want to hook up with a girl, but now I feel like a weird virgin where I've waited too long. And now I'm like an old bitch wanting to fuck a girl. And I'm like, it's too much.
Well, okay. Yeah, I've made out with a girl. And then
That's also very straight.
I made out with the girl, and then I was like, yeah, no, I can't go further. But I think I would want to have
way gayer than you guys.
I think I would want to have a threesome with a girl and a guy, but I would need the guy there in case I couldn't get the girl off, because there'd be nothing worse to me than not being able to make a girl come.
I've been there.
Okay.
Just it's like bombing on stage. You're like,
Still,
that
hurts.
stronger. It hurts. But then you're like, you know what? I want to get this right. And then when you do, it feels good.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to go in unless I'm determined to make this bitch come.
That's
Do you know what I mean?
Spoken like a true woman.
Saying it like that, yeah.
Straight shit.
That's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about getting there and being like, it's sticky.
Yeah.
And wanting to go. And I don't want to as a woman, I don't care about hurting a man. I don't care about hurting men, but they're used to it more. I feel like it's I wouldn't want to hurt a woman's feelings and being like, you're not for me.
Yeah.
The way you said it,
Kimberly, you just hurt me.
like this, I imagine
It's gonna be a no from me, dog.
I'd rather hear that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, women have a brutality to their words that men just are incapable of.
Yeah.
And I think it's really fun.
It's all we have. We physically can't beat them up. So we've learned to be meaner.
Tone, baby.
Verbally, yeah.
I think being bi-curious later in life and then being really nervous to approach women is pretty common, according to videos I watched on TikTok. I've seen this happening a lot because girls are always like, I'm so nervous to hit on a girl, but it is how do you do it?
Well,
if you've never done it in your whole life.
Which one of us leads? I don't know.
And it's a lot of the times it's also the same thing with men where it's I don't want to just fuck a girl. I want to fuck someone I'm actually attracted to and is attracted to me.
Yeah.
And that's a whole thing in itself. Even if you've already hooked up with girls, that's hard to do.
Yeah, for sure.
So you add that on top of it, and it's you don't want to just go through with it I'm trying to lose my girl virginity.
Right.
Whoever I can. Someone get me a milkshake, 2 straws.
and some pussy.
So
I also noticed recently, when I'm walking down the street, I feel like there's more women. Women will check women out more openly in the past 5 years.
Yo, I checked
because your inclination as a woman is why is this bitch looking at me? And then you're women are more
you're
openly
beautiful,
attracted to women now. So this could just be something that's happening.
That's interesting.
Also, women just are better at putting the effort into looking good.
And smelling good.
Yeah. And soft. Men could do that. You could. but you don't.
Yeah.
You should.
It's not part of their brand.
It should
It's
be.
not like their brand. I think a lot of it came from TikTok. I saw a lot of people becoming like very openly bisexual on TikTok. When lockdown happened,
Yes, this is the
Everyone was
when
bi.
lockdown happened, I changed my Tinder to both genders.
Same.
Really?
Yes.
Both
I was
of you.
like, yeah. And it was both our first times. We were
And
like,
then you came up on my. She came up on my Raya, and I came up on yours, and you.
Oh,
said,
Raya's a good one to do it on.
yeah.
But
Did you swipe yes on each other?
No.
Or no?
It's always that moment when
I
you come across
screenshot
a
it.
friend and you're like,
Should I do
is
it
this
for
a
the
little
joke?
LOL?
Yeah.
Are they gonna think I want to fuck?
Yeah. You gotta let it go. And then sometimes you're like, did they like on me? So you get curious. You're like,
Yeah.
should I check?
Okay. 'cause I
No,
was
we
like,
screenshot it and sent it to each other. I just sent it to her. I was like, lesbian.
I was like, caught.
so what was your experience? Did you actually meet up with anyone when you changed it to both sexes?
No.
You kind of went on like a
Ooh.
A kind of
dinner
A kind
thing.
of dinner.
You went to dinner with a woman.
I went to dinner with a woman. I don't
You
know.
had a meeting.
I don't know if
It was me. It was for work.
kind of, yeah, but it didn't really go anywhere.
No.
How was the vibe of the dinner? I just imagine
was,
you
like,
just like
down.
stone.
But
Like,
I
do you
was-
want a color?
Yeah, no. We were it was like hanging out with a friend.
Yeah.
So it was hard for me because I'm used to having women as friends. So it was hard for me to move past that zone.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's like, who's gonna push this forward?
Well, did she have like a flirty vibe?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, that's
Okay.
makes it easier.
And was she your age or older or younger?
She's younger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like significantly younger? Or?
No, just a couple years younger.
And what was her because it was right? What was her occupation?
Real estate agent?
No,
DJ.
She's like a mom, and she's also in
On Raya?
TV. Yeah.
Oh,
Like
on
She's an She's an entertainer.
like a reality TV mom?
maybe.
Okay. Oh,
So LA.
I'm just trying to get the vibe. I'm not like trying to figure out who she is.
TV mom.
That's fascinating.
It's Kris Jenner.
And like it was
would
really
wanna do
weird
a Kris
because
Jenner.
I felt like how I did around guys around her. Like I was like kind of like, you know
were
what?
into
I get
it.
boy crazy.
Yeah.
I was like that, but like with her.
No, I've heard her name come up a few times.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you make out on the
No,
date?
we didn't make out.
So if she was flirty, so what what was wrong like that?
What happened at the end?
Yeah.
we hugged.
Why'd you
and
steal
she,
the deal?
she came with me to the comedy
straight.
store. I'm so straight. And this is the thing. She didn't make a move, and I'm too big of a pussy to make a move.
Yeah, well,
But she would have kissed you. You would have been about it.
Was she gay or bi?
Bye.
Okay.
So two people. So bi and like bi curious at
Yes.
best.
Yeah.
That's a hard.
That's never getting close.
Yes.
That deal's never close.
Right.
Yeah, we need a firm lesbian for the first time.
Yeah.
I think so because you need someone to really push you over the edge.
Yeah. What about you guys?
Oh yeah, I've dated a girl. I've had a OK Cupid when that one was all the rage. I would specifically put profile just for. I was just looking for women, but I was like, I'm bi curious. I don't know. And then I had sex with a couple of them. It was fun.
It was
really
fun?
Yeah,
It
I
looks
went down on
nice.
them. I went.
It's my favorite porn, so I think that has something to do with it.
Yeah, 'cause
It's
they're
gentle
actually
porn.
fun.
I am so thankful for lesbian porn when I am angry at men, which is often.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't even want to see a dick.
Yeah.
One of my favorite lesbian porns right now is like these two really hot women hooking up, and I literally have to come before it's like a 4-minute video, and I have to come before like 3 minutes and 15 seconds because at 3 minutes and 15 seconds you just slowly see this dick come into frame.
Oh,
This dude
way to
just,
ruin
it's
it.
like the hottest scene ever, and
Guys,
then
sure
just
you're
this
gay.
little tiny ginger dick coming in, and he's like just trying to shove it wherever he can, and you're like,
Why'd they do
way
that?
to ruin a good video.
Hang out, guys. Guys, what about me?
Excuse me, it's Ed Sheeran.
I was like, almost a perfect video.
Oh, that's annoying.
No offense to gingers, it
all
was
have that-
just a ginger dick.
I fucked
Right.
a ginger.
Hey, we all fucked a ginger.
I've never fucked a ginger.
I don't think I have either, but I would be
Whoa.
open to it. No
I would.
problem.
Yeah, I don't care.
Well, I guess
I'm attracted to redhead males.
Yeah.
Do you know that the porn, like when you're browsing prize, I watch porn a bunch. I haven't watched it lately in a while, but you come across that one video, you're like, I gotta bookmark this.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta put that link in the notes.
I have one I'm still looking for. I've been looking for this.
I hate when you forget to bookmark it and you're like, what was this bitch with black hair? Oh,
I know.
fuck, I got
I'm
nothing.
like, she was moaning the name Jackie. I've Googled that before. No. Yes, there was one video of these, I think it was like a Girls Gone Wild video. Which is,
I thought those were so hot.
they're so hot because they're just like, I like more natural, like, we're so drunk, let's let's just do this, than like two girls that are like, we're porn actors who are going to finger each other.
Right.
I like sort of
like a woman who seems like she might have been tricked.
coerced.
Yeah.
I like a bi-curious girl who drank too much. I don't know why.
Me too. What the fuck?
I like
it's almost like we're internalizing the male gaze.
I like her to be at home being like, did I agree to that? That's how I like it to be.
Was she 18? I'm not asking questions.
Don't ask questions. You're gonna get answers you don't want.
Oh God. I wonder if there's like so much porn where the girls aren't actually 18.
Oh,
and they say they are.
Yeah. I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just go.
That's probably a drop on the drop down menu on the website somewhere.
Are they 18?
Yeah.
Oh,
God.
man.
But like being 34 and like I think of a human that's 23 and I'm like, ugh, that you don't know shit and I can't talk to you. I mean, I can, but it's not going to be
Interesting.
exciting.
I can't really comment on this right now. I really can't say anything.
Women, I do say, even though women mature faster than men, I don't know, for something like I can get along better with a 23-year-old guy than I could with a 23-year-old woman for some reason. Maybe it's because I see myself.
I think it's because we think men are stupid across the board, so it doesn't really fucking matter.
Yeah. I expect more out of women.
That's honestly how I went into it, and I go, okay, well, I always think my boyfriend's stupid regardless, so isn't it better if I think a 23-year-old is stupid?
Fuck me right.
Yes.
Yeah, than a 8-year-old is stupid.
I have a problem with younger guys because of the money.
I'm
like,
you said that like a real cougar.
Money, come to mommy.
Yeah,
I like them old.
Yeah,
you know,
you like
old. I like old. Like
she likes 50.
Yeah, but like that 50's not bad.
50's nice.
50's vibrant.
But 10 years later,
Yeah.
You get a new
You're
one.
at a funeral.
and it's like I'm in a veil.
I love, honestly, man, I went through a phase as the beginning of the summer where I was seeing some sexy granddaddies.
Oh yeah,
Like
They're out
65, 75. Like, I'm like, what is up with me? My pussy is like, ba-bum, ba-bum. And I'm like,
around
what is
65, 75.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like,
haven't gotten into that
in
yet.
New York
50s
City,
I'll do.
You
I like 50s.
There's some hot motherfuckers in New York City, including 70 plus. Like
The people in New York
they
are
dress well.
sexy.
They dress well and they carry themselves well, and it's all about energy. Like it's all the way it's in your walk, granddaddy. I love it.
I'm worried about the dick usage though. So like
It could
if
be
you're
bad.
consistently dating older, like I feel like the dick is very like yes, no.
The dick that I found on this 50-year-old was ruining my life. I had to walk away.
So it was
from
a
the dick.
singular dick.
she had
Okay.
a 50-year-old dick in a chokehold. Had her in a chokehold.
It had me in a
I-
chokehold
wait,
for
what did
years.
What did he do that was so good? He
Tell
told
us
you-
everything.
did he bend you over and call you good girl?
He rubbed me. Yeah.
Tell
he
about
did that.
the
He rubbed me on the shoulders.
That's the move, guys.
And I came
from a shoulder
from a
rub.
shoulder rub.
Okay, so you guys, that's some past life shit.
It's fucked up. Yeah.
How'd you meet?
Through a friend.
Okay.
She came from a shoulder
A shoulder rub.
You came in your vagina
And I came
clitorally.
Yes, and I came from giving him a blowjob too.
I've done that.
I've done that.
What?
I haven't.
Yeah,
I love sucking some dick.
me too. I love it.
So hot.
So wait,
Yeah,
how
makes
is
me so wet.
how is this even
You same.
happening? Like logistically, how do you come from that? You just
It's mostly mental.
it's
a lot of
energy.
times very mental.
I don't know. And
You know
this
what it is?
why.
You feel like a coerced 18-year-old.
Yeah.
There's like something about that. You're like,
I feel like I come because I feel like he's enjoying it so much, and
Yeah.
I know I look good doing it. It's
Yeah.
like a whole like
yeah.
almost egotistical thing.
But also,
For 100%.
Yeah.
sometimes I think I look hot, and then I look in the mirror after I just fucked, and it's like, bitch, you look insane.
I like the way I look.
But that's
after
also,
I
like,
fuck.
I do too.
Yeah.
I'm just my hair. I look like a cave woman. My hair is like so frizzy. Oh, it's great.
yeah.
Yeah, when your like makeup's under your eye.
Yeah.
So with this guy who you came from him rubbing your shoulder, that's like a really intense. Like
I know, I had
that's
to
hard.
stop.
That's like cocaine. Like that's hard to quit. Did you have to do an
I've been
intervention?
doing-
Dude, I had.
Was she annoying?
It was bad.
I did. No, I had to do releasing meditations that much. I was
LA.
doing these fucking meditations, and they.
I'm like, wait, which one? Like what you
I'll
said?
tell you. I'll send you the releasing meditation.
Send me that link, girl.
It's okay. I'm not
doing the release meditation. Call me the next day about the dick still.
I released it out of my
said,
pussy
did
because he
you
came over and
cut a
fucked me.
cord or something?
I said,
I've got to cut cords before. It's still you still have to do a lot of work. But yeah.
yeah, you can't just do the meditation. You gotta
work at it.
You gotta work at it. But I've done the same meditation around this same dick like 4 times.
What was so good about this dick?
I'm telling you, it's the best dick.
But so
I've had dick like that.
But why did you have? So it was
Because
distracting you from like things you needed to get done? That's why you need to stop?
It was that the connection that I felt was so strong that for me to keep the relationship casual was no longer possible, and he wanted to be casual, so I had to walk away from the dick.
Oh, wow. That's good on you for not pretending you liked casual for
well, I did.
Been there.
I too. I'm a cool girl. Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, fuck whoever. I won't cry.
It's not even with all people. Like, there are people that I can fuck and it's just casual.
Sure.
But that this specific connection was just so fucking strong that I was like,
was it him or the dick?
It was all of the above.
Did he? So even though he wanted to keep it casual, did he have this like magnetic attraction with you?
Yes, like because the thing was like I got into a relationship and he would like message me every day while I was in this relationship.
He felt it,
and he felt it, and then I broke up with that guy. Then started hooking up with him again.
You should tell them about the dream.
I like that crazy tactic worked because like that only works if a guy does it. If a girl texted you every day while you were in another relationship, you would get blocked immediately.
Yes. About what?
About how when you first saw the psychic.
Oh, do we want to get into that?
When the dick's so good, you see a psychic.
That fucking sucks.
I've
been there twice.
Dude, the psychic will ruin your life. If you go for relationship advice, I went to a psychic one time that said my husband was started with an R and he was in Atlanta. And this happened like 2 years ago, and I turned down like 40 men because their names didn't start with R.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
But if he was really hot and his name didn't start with an R, you would have been down. Let's be real.
I mean, I was like, I'll hang out until I find out his middle name.
Right.
And she'd be like, and then when we met that guy in San Diego, that was
You should just walk into a bar and yell, Ryan.
He started with an R. My first question goes, where is he from? Atlanta? And she's like, no, San Diego.
Yeah, I'd already asked. It was crazy.
What time were you born?
Yeah.
How the hell are you? But then also, like, did the psychic say anything about like the other people you're supposed to meet, like on the journey?
The psychic was so spot on about something else specifically.
So that you had
It's hard.
And nothing that she could have or he could have Googled.
It was like she said something that I said maybe like one time on like a real ass podcast episode years ago that you'd have to really like have a
She'd have to,
gas
like, have
digital
done her-
subscription. Like it was like something I couldn't even
Avid
find
fan.
if I tried.
Right,
you know
right,
what I
right,
mean? She talked about like me. I think I talked about it on this podcast when I broke up with my ex, who you guys all know. How when I was in a relationship with him, I got really bad eczema on my legs, and that I had talked to someone and they said sometimes eczema shows up in like areas of your life that you need work on. Like writers with writer's block will get like rashes on their wrists.
Okay.
And then they're like, sometimes when it's your legs, it's telling you to leave. Walk away.
No, not your body.
Yes. And then so I heard that was years ago. And then when I went to this psychic, she was trying to think, she was like, there's someone, and this is so bad. She was like, there's someone that holds you like this. And I was like, I don't know. I have no clue. I was like, who could it be? And she's like, I don't know. Let's move on. And then right before she moved on, she goes, wait, the word eczema just popped in my head. Ooh. And I was like, because that's the only connection I have to it.
Right.
So and then she meant like metaphorically holds you like
she
this.
was like, yeah, they hold me like this emotionally.
I got a lot of people that hold me like this emotionally. Well, you gotta get out of the grips. Yeah.
It's hard. Wait, so what did the psychic say about you about this 50-year-old D?
Okay, so this is what happened.
And is this the same psychic?
No, different psychic.
You gotta go to different psychics.
We both found real psychics.
So here's the
I'm sure you did.
2 LA bitches on the pod.
Okay. Sick. Okay. Sick. Before we go into it, did you do any research about the psychics before you?
I'll tell you about my psychic.
I'll tell you about mine. Go ahead.
Okay, so my psychic, the way we got in contact with each other was in college. I had this roommate whose mom died, right?
Okay.
And after her mom died, her and her sister could not find the veil that the mom bought for the sister's wedding. So their family friend was like, hey, I got this psychic to tell you where the veil is. And they're like, okay. And the psychic's like, the veil's in the garage on the second shelf. And they went into the garage and it was there on the second shelf.
Yeah.
And so I was like 23 at this point, and I was like, give me this bitch's name, whatever. So I sit down with the psychic, and I'm like 23, and she said a bunch of things, and most of them came true. Like she said that she told me that I was going to be performing in theaters, and at the time I wasn't doing anything in that space. And I was like, what the fuck is she talking about? Like she knew things about my family, very specific. She knew so many things that it like gives me goosebumps thinking about it. Then a long time goes by, like 10 years goes by. My friend hooks me up with this guy. I go on
Good dick.
Good dick. We'll call him Good Dick.
Massage boy.
Good Dick.
Massage boy.
MB. Yeah.
Do you massage you?
No, the shoulder massage comer.
Okay, yeah. So I get set up on a date with the shoulder comer. We're hanging out. This is our first date. I start telling him about this psychic. He's like, you got to get back in contact with this psychic. I'm like, I can't find her. He gets her info for me.
He finds her.
How?
Online. He like researches.
Well, we're women. We're better at that. What?
I wasn't as determined as he was. It was like we hadn't fucked yet. He was determined. You know what I mean? He's like, I'll go find this for you.
What details did you give?
I just said her name.
Oh, what?
First and last?
You mean so you had her reach me?
I had her first name, but I had texted her and she wasn't responding.
You give up so easily, girl.
I know.
She goes, Google that shit, Sarah.
No,
that door is closed.
Like, how'd you find her? He's like, I gave him her address. It's like,
So I gave him his.
This guy's not smart. This guy would do anything to fuck me.
all he had to do was Google
what I was told and text the number to you.
Hey, love is blind.
But in my head, I'm like, he's a hero. He's a hero. Okay, so he gives me the info. I fucking hit her up. She gives me a reading, and at this point, this is bad news. I'm living at my parents' house to save money and spending money on a psychic while they're at work.
My
My parents are at work, and the psychic is giving me a reading in the backyard. Like that's how you know it's time to move out.
Yeah. This psychic makes house calls, or was this Zoom?
House calls.
Wow. Okay.
Oh wow.
That's kind of impressive.
Yeah.
She cares. She wants to be there with the energy.
Yeah.
So she comes over with the energy. She gives me like the fucking craziest reading. Like I recorded the whole thing. It was crazy. She was like able to access people who had passed. Like it was to a point where it was almost like too much. Like I don't know if I would want to open that box again. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know if I want to just talk to my dead grandpa on a Tuesday. Like I have shit to do. Like this is like it's dark.
Who would do that? That's crazy.
Yeah. Like so I sit down with her. She tells me.
I literally went to a camp hosted by a psychic medium this whole weekend.
No.
Krystyna was ghost hunting.
You gotta come to LA.
I will.
Yeah, so she gives me this reading, and she's like, basically tells me that like this guy who got me in contact with her is gonna be my husband. In my head. So this is before I had even fucked him. We had only been on one date. So now
And you came with okay.
So then now I'm walking around with this half-baked conspiracy that this man is my husband.
That's
these
annoying.
accurate readings from this
That's
woman.
irritating.
After nothing but accurate readings from her.
That's
And
what I go off
talking
of.
about like my dead relatives in such a specific way that like I would cry. I was like crying. It was so fucking much. So then, and I never tell the guy because I'm not. He goes, "How was?"
you can't say that.
He goes, "How was the reading?" I go, "Oh, it was good." He goes, "What'd you find out?" I go, "Not that a lot."
She's squeaking the whole time.
We should go out. I found out a lot. Oh, really? Like what? I talked to like some of my dead relatives. I don't know. Like trying to like brush it off like it's casual, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like she said you're my husband when you're like a 50-year-old non-committal man that lives in Beverly Hills in a mansion and is never gonna commit to me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Not
I
with
don't-
that attitude,
isn't
Sarah.
that- well, I don't know. So then
Yeah, this isn't wrapped up yet. As long as this guy's still living.
No, it gets crazy.
okay. So then I never tell him.
She never tells him.
We
Wise.
We're dating casually, and then it kind of gets a little more serious, and I'm starting to have like real feelings for him. And I'm like, look, I can't keep hooking up with you unless I have a commitment because this is starting to like
feelings are starting to weigh something.
and it's fucking me up. And so he's like, yeah, no, I'm not interested in that. So I like walk away from the relationship.
Again, good for you.
Powerful.
You just said no means no, and you walked away.
And I got into a new relationship.
Yeah.
I get into
That was quick.
Yeah. One thing about mommy, she moves on.
Yeah, she moves on.
Were you into this new relationship or was it like distracting?
At first.
Yeah,
That's a whole other story.
that one was rough. Listen, one thing about mommy, she's gonna put mama through the ringer.
You got a free guest bedroom out of the deal.
I did.
She had her own
When
room.
you enter a relationship determined to get away from somebody else, though, hell hath
But
no
it
fury
wasn't.
like that.
It was like I was actually physically attracted to this guy.
Okay.
We had a connection. It was whatever. So it was, and he wanted the same things.
Yeah.
And so we started dating, and so I kind of phased out the other guy.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, one day, he's like messaging me, and I'm kind of just letting it go, not really responding, like maybe here and there, but keeping it like okay.
So why is he keeping messaging you just to like keep you
like
in the
friend,
loop?
just to keep me on a string?
Right. Okay. Like this.
Yeah. Like that. Exactly like that.
Everyone likes to keep their harem intact. It's so fascinating.
So true. It's so weird.
And I do that. Stop laughing, Michael.
Me too.
Yeah.
Everyone who I've ever dated, I'm like, we still are together.
Yeah. Well, whenever you feel yourself going into a relationship,
you, and I admire it because I feel like you do. Like, I feel like your presence does ruin their future relationships, and I respect it so much. And after the story, I would like some tips on how to do that.
Okay.
I will never leave until I'm ready to go.
I basically never tell him anything about it. I'm in a relationship with a new guy. Then I get a text message from him out of the blue. It's actually a voice note. And the voice note says,
he is 50, man.
Yeah. The voice note is like, hey, I know this is weird, but I just had the craziest dream about you. And you needed to tell me something about a tarot read. Is there something that you need to tell
She
me?
never told him, and he had a dream.
he also
Was there tarot involved?
Like the way he intuitively knew to like find this woman's number.
I know.
Was weird.
Did the psychic do a tarot reading too?
The psychic did, yeah.
She used tarot?
Did, yeah. And she also did a reading on him.
Oh,
People can feel that shit. That's why you have to be careful, because tarot is kind of like the only woo-woo thing I'm really into, and you have to be careful about how often you're reading other people because they can feel you reading them. It's like you can't fuck around with that much.
Well, so yeah, so basically, he knew.
Right?
So then now I'm in a relationship with someone else, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to be honest because it doesn't matter, and I'm actually in love with the guy I'm dating now.
Okay.
So, at the time, so I go, things change. So I basically tell him, I go, hey, this is crazy, but when her name, the psychic, gave me the reading, she said that like we were gonna get married, and I didn't tell you because I felt really uncomfortable because we hadn't even fucked yet, and I didn't want to say anything. And
right.
He's like, I can't believe you've been sitting on that for 3 years and you didn't say anything.
She also told her that they would be together after he healed himself by doing ayahuasca,
which he was supposed to do and never did.
So he's not committed.
and after his mother died, which she did.
Oh.
Well, I mean, that's,
he's 50.
He's
That's,
50,
yeah, it's not
fine,
a
it's
stretch.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Did she know that he was older?
no, I didn't say anything about it.
Wow. So wait, then
Do you give their names in the reading?
So then he
Did
was
you
like,
give her his name in the reading?
yes.
Because that's standard though, because everyone. Did you give it in advance before she showed up?
No.
Okay, because that's standard to give a full name. Like people do need that. Anyone I've had like connect.
They read like the energy.
But I didn't really give it ahead of time. So
No,
okay.
I just told her his first name during the reading.
Okay.
And then so then I broke up with my ex-boyfriend.
Unrelated?
Started hooking up with the 50-year-old again.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then had to walk away from that like again a month ago.
Another cord cutting.
Why? Because he didn't want to commit.
Still doesn't want to commit. Yeah.
Tell him ayahuasca and stop being a little bitch.
I've tried.
Yeah,
but you can't make someone.
can't.
No.
You can't force somebody to take plant medicine. You can't be like, I need you to go trip in Peru so you can realize you're my soulmate.
Right.
Like,
That'd just be weird. Yeah.
But I don't understand why
I hear you say it, I'm like, yeah, it's fucked up.
Why he was like okay with the and excited about the marriage thing, but then still was non-committal. That feels so strange.
he wasn't necessarily excited about it. His mind was just like blown that I like sat on it for 3 years. And like, I wasn't like, and I told him, I was like, I know you're weird about marriage and like, that's not really your thing, but this is what the psychic said in a relationship. And like, it's weird that you would ask me that. And he's like, whoa, I was reading your mind on the astral plane.
Oh, he knows the word astral plane, huh?
Yeah, he's a woo-woo.
Okay.
He's an LA man.
Yeah, non-committal LA woo-woo man.
Yeah.
What a dream.
That's my weakness. And the guys that I am attracted to, Kim would never. And vice versa.
That's how we are. Yeah.
We are not.
We have wildly different tastes.
It's helpful. It's helpful for the bond.
It is.
Yeah.
It is because it's like, it's much easier too when you go out, right away.
Like you're not gonna like
who's
the guy.
for
I'm
who.
like, yeah.
Yeah, I met a guy at the gas station. I tried to give him to you, except for then I found out he was molested after.
Most people are good in bed.
It wasn't about molested. It was about that he was homeless. Addicted to heroin.
Way worse.
It was homeless. Nobody told me all of this at the gas pump.
Oh, and you were like, Kim, get over here.
Yeah. I was like, why did you give him my
Because
number?
he was a hot black guy that liked surfing and MMA. Those.
Yeah, but he was.
I like all those things.
Yeah, but he straight up told you I was molested and I'm homeless
At the pump. But he said he turned his life around.
Not if you're telling a girl that at the pump 2 minutes into meeting her.
Well, listen.
Yeah.
I've seen some things.
What have you seen?
I don't know. Lots of crazy men. Lots of men. Lots of dick.
Lots of dick.
Yeah, lots of dick.
Can we cut that?
I wish I've seen more dick than I have seen.
I wish I've seen more good dick.
Maybe that's
I've
it.
had one that's turned me out.
Yeah.
One? Say turn me
One.
out.
One that's made me like
Just
that.
the dick or the person?
Just the dick.
Yeah. Shiny.
I mean, the person physically, yes,
Yeah.
but not who they are.
Right.
Yeah.
It never
but
goes
the
hand in
dick
hand.
was like, I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
The dick had me at one point, and the guy was so hot. Like, he was like, you know, when you're like, you watch movies and they're fucking and it looks hot and you go like, it doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
But then you fuck someone and it makes it feel like it looks like that. It was
Yeah.
like,
Oh, he's good at fucking.
yes. And he, like at one, like at some,
He
like,
moves sensually.
yes, and he was like so dominant in bed. Like at
Yeah.
one point, he told me he was at my place, and then when I opened the door, he made me take off my clothes at the door and crawl to the bedroom.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He made me get on the floor, and then he walked past me in my own home
Yes.
to the bedroom.
Yes.
And when I walked in, he had like abs, and he was unbuttoning his shirt.
I had a guy walk me on a leash once from
I
my
love
front door,
that.
and I was
That's
naked,
my favorite kink.
high heels, and a leather leash.
You want a leash?
I love getting
It's
walked
awesome.
on a leash.
Yeah.
The 50-year-old was walking me on leashes left and right.
Metaphorically and literally.
Literally.
He was with a cane and a leash.
Yes, I have multiple leashes at his house right now.
Whoa.
Yeah, leashes are
Pink
fun.
leashes.
You didn't
And
take
they
those leashes
distract
back?
you.
You're gonna go back. You're gonna be back.
Yeah.
At the
But
house.
can I tell you?
I psychically,
You're gonna be back at that house.
Yeah.
Catch me crawling
She's more
around like a
psychic than I
dog
am.
next week.
Yeah. You're on the WAG app.
When a man
needs a
gets
walk.
you on your knees,
It's something else, and
It's
that's a
something.
powerful, beautiful thing.
it is.
And when men own their the way, like, that's why we always see women own their sexuality. Like, I'm a fucking hot bitch. I'm gonna fuck you right? Rarely do we see men like that. And come on, give us more of that.
want
Men. You have it in you.
more,
You have it in
please.
you.
Like, and this guy was fucked up too, because this guy threw me around the ringer. We were hooking up so we hooked up for years, and it was always fine. It was never like
Never mind blowing.
Never mind. It was always fine.
Interesting.
Like I'd leave kind of feeling like I feel like I do this for attention more than for good sex.
Right, been there.
Yeah, and it was fine.
Love
but
that.
then on my 30th birthday, I hadn't seen him. It was lockdown happened. I hadn't been in LA in a couple years. I came back on my 30th birthday. I had a birthday party, and he showed up, and he looked so good, and he fucked me so good that night that I was like, I've never had sex before tonight.
Wow.
It like changed. It changed my entire way, the way that I see sex.
I want to
shit.
spread this goodness. What about it that you felt blew you away? Like his sureness, like what was different?
I couldn't tell you what was different, to be honest, like about the sex.
Maybe you were different. Maybe something about
I think
you.
I was different,
Yeah.
and I think the night was like perfect. Like he showed up, I had a bunch of fun. It was okay,
look
but then he
cute.
kind of like took over the party. He like put his music on it, and everybody started having like. He made the party so much more fun. He kind of stayed
That's
out
hot.
of my way, and we had like
Hot.
the perfect amount of drinks. And at the end of the night, like, and everyone all night kept being like, "Who's that guy?" And that was like an ego thing for me.
Yeah, that's
where
hot.
I was like, "That's mine."
Yeah.
And he looked. I mean, just above everyone else. He looked like a fucking, when someone just looks different.
Yes. Yep.
He was like that person. And then we had sex, and it was like, I was staying at this like place, like my friend's place for like a sublet temporary. It was in a loft bed. Like it wasn't like an ideal situation. It was
Right.
the best sex of my life. And then it kept being good like that. And then I started being obsessed. And then it kind of hurt my feelings that we were just having sex, which we've been doing this for years, and it's never been like that. So I brought it up to him one night. I was like, it kind of hurts my feelings that you don't know anything about me. And then the next
That's a good opening line to that conversation.
Yeah, I was like, I wish that you would ask me more
Vulnerable.
questions about
Yeah.
myself. So then
to do.
the next week he comes over for lunch and just hangs out and leaves. And I was like, okay. And then the next time we had sex. And then when he's laying down, he's like asking me questions.
Oh,
he's asking
good
me
man.
my
Favorite
listen
color is
about my
blue.
life. He's asking me about my family, my life. So I'm like, oh my God.
What a
He's
good
like,
listener.
yeah. So this keeps happening, and he's like responding well, and he texts me back. And now we're like going to like we enjoy playing poker together, so we would go and play poker at these like things together, and we were having so much fun. And then I was like telling Sarah, I was like, I'm gonna talk to him. I was like, I like him way too much. I'm gonna tell him this is the thing.
Oh no.
And so I tell him.
I'm
like,
well, I mean, he's giving you signs that are saying yes.
Yeah.
Because you're asking him for improvements, and he's like, I'm willing to do that for you.
yeah. So then I text him, and I'm like, hey, like I just want to let you know that I'm like actually having feelings for you. And it's like, I don't know how you feel about me or what's going on, but I really want to send this text because I've been like thinking about it too much. And he's like, let's talk about it. Let's have dinner. He makes reservations.
That could go either way.
He makes reservations at a nice place.
I'd be too nervous to eat.
So now I'm like,
Yeah,
he's
like
gonna ask
phone
me to.
call.
In my head, I'm like,
gonna ask me to
be his girlfriend.
Yeah.
He made why would he make reservations? I show up. I dress so cute.
Yep.
I sit down, and it's kind of awkward. He's trying to make small talk, and I'm like, okay, so. And
yes
he's
or no.
like, straight up, I've had a girlfriend for 6 years.
She needs to take a walk.
Yeah, that's what my feelings did. That's what my emotions did.
You had me hooked.
No.
That's maybe the worst story that's ever been told, and we've heard graphic rape stories on this show.
Worst story I've ever heard.
Yeah, straight up.
Worst story I've ever heard.
Straight up. I was like,
Oh, God.
and I'm like thinking he's going
Kim.
to ask me to be his
Kim.
girlfriend. I feel like a child.
No, I know. But the thing was, he was also fucking with you.
Oh, yeah,
You
it's
guys
not your
were
fault.
looking,
Yeah, it's
you
not
were
your
looking
fault.
at properties together online.
What?
Oh, I was looking for property. He was
Oh,
like,
this
house
is the Tinder
nice.
swindler. Fuck. This guy sucks, dude.
What a prick. I know. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, it's complicated.
No, it's not. I'm gonna cry.
He's like, I've been with her for so long and I can't leave. Yes,
you can.
Our families want us together.
It seems like he's been leaving a lot.
Yeah, and I'm like, how?
You left her when you fucked me.
Yeah.
What? When you were DJing my party and then fucking.
I'm DJing my party.
You can't
I'm just
DJ
gonna go
my party.
fucking DJ a girl's 30th birthday party. Be right back.
Fuck her.
Like, what is he
Like
saying?
she'll never forget.
What is he saying to the girlfriend?
I don't know.
6 years.
Yeah, because since I first started
said that
since
to
I
you.
first started hooking up with him. Since I first started hooking up with him, when I wasn't even into it, and I had no idea. Like I always knew he was kind of like I always just thought he was fucking a bunch of people.
Sure.
Not that he is obviously.
Yeah.
But
Well, one of them
he
thinks
has
that he's not.
Yeah, and then he's like, you know, I'm not happy, but I'm just gonna say fuck it and marry her.
What?
That's what he said
to you at the dinner.
At
that he
dinner.
ate
Reservations
At
to tell
dinner.
you he's marrying somebody.
That's the title of the episode.
What a man move.
What do you eat? How do you proceed with
I didn't
dinner?
eat.
What
I
a
didn't eat.
man move.
I told the guy I didn't want food anymore, and then I was like, I want to leave.
I'd get caviar to go. Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy.
We're not as classy as you, Corinne.
So now I've had this obsession. Like I'm over it. I'm actually like after that day, I'm actually glad he told me, and I asked, and we didn't just keep fucking because I see him so differently.
It gave you the clarity you needed, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's why sometimes being vulnerable, and I've learned this the hard way recently, sometimes being vulnerable, the response you get, it's not the one you want, but it still gives you the
one you need.
closure that you needed. Absolutely.
And you feel like, talk about energy. Like those words, those words like pierced your
Dude, it was
your
gutting.
urethra.
Yes.
Like, oh my God.
When he said that, it was like I felt like someone stabbed me in the stomach. I was
Yeah.
like, ooh.
yeah.
I didn't even know what to do with my face.
Wow.
I was like,
yeah. With that hot face, you're like,
They don't train you
So-
for this in acting school.
this is with all full truthfulness. I did fuck him twice more after that.
yeah, might as well get a parting gift.
Yeah, because I was
could
like,
you,
you
though?
gotta slowly get what?
Weren't your feelings too hurt?
The tampon.
Oh, the tampon. This is bad. I'm bad. This is bad. This guy was so good at fucking me that one time he came over and I got my period.
You just pretended you didn't and stuck a tampon up there?
No, I had a tampon in there, and then he fingered me with the tampon and made me come.
Oh, that sounds fun. Yeah, that makes sense.
Whoa.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
That makes sense to
Did he
you?
insert it?
Yeah.
He was like,
Or on the
he
clit
was like
only?
pulling it in and out.
Oh.
Yeah, that sounds
That sounds hot.
That sounds I'm
and then
wet
it made me
thinking
come.
about that.
Yeah, and then it made me come. So he was really good in bed.
Wow, and he like doesn't give a fuck about like that shit. And when a guy's nasty like that,
that's the thing.
You're nasty,
He used
and I love
to.
it.
He used to. When we first hooked up, he wouldn't fuck
Weird.
me on my period. He was like kind of like.
Well, you had a girlfriend for so long that you got used to it.
Yeah. Yeah, and by the end of it, I was like, he must like me so much. He fucks me on my period. He fucking doesn't care, like, yeah. And and then I should have known he had a girlfriend because he would only eat me out sometimes. And for me, after I realized he had a girlfriend, it's because he has a beard.
Oh.
Oh my God, if my boyfriend came home
Wash your
smelling
beard.
like pussy on his beard that wasn't mine,
Yeah, you cheated.
I would not like that energy.
Yeah, I don't think anyone
Nobody wants other puss beard.
Other puss on
so
a
glad
beard.
Other puss
Guys,
beard.
thank
You
you
are
for
so
the
brave,
slow
Sarah.
clap.
Take a stand.
So
So brave.
Thank you guys so
Take
much.
a stand.
Thank you.
Take a stand. Ain't no
you.
other woman's
Sarah's
pussy on my man's beard.
You know what? One thing I don't like, baby rape. Okay, cool.
You're the hero we need, Sarah.
Thank you.
Oh
Thank you.
my God.
Yeah. So,
That's a crushing story, dude.
yeah. Well, the last time I fucked him, he was getting ready, and I was like, "Well, you got wife and 5 kids to get home to."
Yeah.
I stopped
might as well.
caring.
Twist
I'm like,
that knife.
yeah.
So how did you get yourself to even be attracted to him though after that? Like it was just the dick was that
dick, just
it
the
was
dick.
just that insane.
It made me unattracted to who he was. I was like, "Oh, you're a faker, and you're kind of
Yeah, right. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, all the good moves in bed can only get you so far. Like if your character is that bad.
Well, then it was like God was helping because then I went to this like barbecue
Nice.
thing, and there was like. He's black. There was a bunch of other black friends there, and when he walked away, they were all making fun of his outfit. And I was like, I
feels
needed
good.
this.
That
I was like, I
feels good.
needed this because I was like, he looks so good, and they're
Yeah.
like, he dresses corny, and I was like, yeah, he does.
Yeah,
you know, he has a girlfriend.
who is it me?
Crying to tears.
oh God.
Damn.
That was the best dick I ever had. I say it like a fish story. A fish that got off the hook.
Yeah,
I'll never forget that, dude. Damn.
Damn.
Has he contacted you since that last time you fucked?
Yes.
Damn.
Did you like make it clear this is the last time or?
No,
Yeah.
this is the
Yeah,
last.
I've done that before though.
Right.
It's hard when it's that good.
Yeah. Yeah, when a guy knows how to push your buttons sexually in a way that you're like, I'm not even on this planet anymore.
Yeah.
It's so rare.
But it's never the guy you need emotionally.
No.
They don't come in the same package. Those are sold separately.
I know.
My worst boyfriend, Christopher, he was my absolute worst boyfriend, and he would agree to this, was the best in bed. What a fucking piece of trash person. Cheated on me the whole time, but wow, was he good at eating me out. The way he fucked me, he's like, he's never fucked before, and he's like, you're the most like, you were the only
they're
woman.
shocked.
You were
Yes.
the only woman that existed on the
That's what I
planet.
need.
That's how he fucks you.
That's what I need. I need them to
lying.
be shocked that they're fucking me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need the line.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like this guy would he was so hot, he would almost sound like he was growling when he was moving.
I don't-
Like, it was like an
I
animal.
love that. Oh, I love that.
I don't know about a growl.
I love
No,
a growl.
I love a growl.
it.
You like to get walked on a leash with a growl
I
too much?
want to be the one growling.
You're yelping and meowing in a Hello Kitty ear.
I like a collar.
You like a collar?
I
This
do.
bitch.
'Cause you love accessories.
Listen, she's a freak. Every time she fucks someone, I see her the next day, she bruises head to toe.
Yeah.
What do you like?
I like.
Being punched, apparently.
No, I like being walked on a leash. That's my favorite.
Yeah,
That shouldn't bruise you necessarily.
No.
Yeah, I get used
That's
to
why
it.
your knees are always bruised.
But I like
Yeah.
getting spanked.
Knee pads. I love
Choked. I
love a spanking.
Bend me over your lap.
I like getting taped up.
Ooh,
Have you done that?
Ooh,
I've
that's
done
fun.
rope. I've
I've
done
been
the hentai.
Okay. Yeah. I want to do the rope.
Yeah,
I've
the
never
rope
done
is
the rope.
really, really fun with someone who knows what they're doing. Otherwise, they're just wrapping it around and you're like, I'm never getting out of this. And then they just leave.
Yeah, I like the idea of being stuck there.
Yeah.
Like, held captive.
What if there's a fire? They have
like
to
having-
rescue you like you're hung up like a pork.
Like a pork. I like giving a guy my apartment key and like whenever he has like a late night, I'm like, I'm gonna be in my bed naked, asleep, start fucking me when you walk in. That's the best.
That's I do like a fuck me while I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
I'm one
I
of
don't.
those.
I like to sleep
I love that.
separate than fuck. I don't want to be woken up from a dead sleep with a dick.
I know. I need a heads up to like brush my teeth.
Yeah, like I gotta know.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I like a sleepy.
So
fuck.
you mentioned, Kim, that you're with somebody who's not a pussy hound, and
Yeah.
then you like that.
Yes.
So what are the benefits of dating someone who's not as sexual?
I think that you feel when they're not as sexual and they're sexual with you, it makes you feel very special.
Oh, that's true.
And that's super nice.
That's a good point.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
I had to end something with someone because he kept just grabbing my tits.
Oh yeah. Like she said he could be her boyfriend, and then he kept grabbing her honkers. Like he was like so excited to have a girlfriend that he was like, I can do this now.
Yeah, and I had to be like, okay, and you know, like right before your period when your tits hurt, and he's grabbing them, and I had to be like, I don't like this.
I'm not your cow.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Well, it's like my body's not your play toy.
I broke up with him
Immediately?
Well, because he wouldn't stop when you asked him to.
Yeah, that.
That's
And then
fucked
also
up.
he kept taking me on all these fucking vacations, right? So I'm getting
what an
poor
asshole.
Poor thing. What a
I was
prick.
on all these vacations, and then on one of the vacations, something happened inside my brain, and I was just like, I can't fuck this person anymore. And
What
I felt-
happened?
That happens
I
to
got
me
the
sometimes.
The titty honking.
Yeah.
It
I mean,
really
that'll
did
do it.
I saw someone eating soup one time the wrong way, and it was over. I'm not even shitting you. I like that memory's burned in
Was
my
it like
brain.
the Beast and Beauty and the Beast?
I wasn't doing anything wrong. I just looked over and he was eating soup, and I go, I can't.
I've had that with a boyfriend with the way he breathes. I'm like, it's just so loud.
When you hate
Yep.
the second a boyfriend's breathing is too loud, it's done.
over.
It's done.
But you know when you can't, and when they start looking different to you too, you get the ick, and then you can't.
Yeah,
look
and then you're
past
disgusted,
it.
and then if you try to have sex with them after that, it feels like assault.
It's
Yes.
It's like I assaulted myself with your body.
It's like when you stare at someone's face for too long and it starts changing, but then it never goes back.
Yes, yes.
That sucks. But
Yes.
yeah,
You ever look at for someone for so long they become unrecognizable?
Yeah, it's like when you say a word a lot and you're like, is that a word? I don't even know what that means. Yeah. You like blast them into oblivion in your mind. in the
That's
matrix
like
of
my
your
one
mind.
ex. I can't look at him the same. The one who you had the spare bedroom at.
Oh yeah.
What do you do?
He had a lot of money, and he would give me a
was
hard
the
time about
cheapest.
taking baths.
He was the cheapest.
That's so
He was
LA.
the
Water
cheapest
bill.
100 millionaire I've ever met. Hundreds.
More than
Is it because he
More
cared about
than-
the environment?
no.
No.
It wasn't an environment thing. It was he wanted more money to spend on his NFTs.
And so you can
Those
take a
went
bath?
nowhere, by the way.
He bought a
Where are these
30,000
NFT riches that
he
we're
bought a-
hearing about?
I don't know, but he bought a $30,000 JPEG of a black woman with blue lips.
Okay,
And then told her that she was taking too many baths at his house and the water bill was too high.
yeah, his priorities suck.
I was like, you need to
Yeah,
sell one of those fucking NFTs.
Oh my God.
And then he bought an NFT that was a frog. It was called Mr. Frog. It was
No, it wasn't. It's called Crypto.
Cryptoad.
Oh, okay.
He bought a Cryptoad NFT. It was like over $10,000. And then he came home and was like, I got you a surprise. You know those Cryptoads I have.
NFT?
He's like, I got you an NFT. He got her Miss Crypto, which is worth
A toadette.
$150.
Ooh, but
I got
First of all, the disrespect in the NFT world to women already.
Right.
Wow.
The girl is worth $150. The man is worth $10,000.
But here's the thing. I don't know how to sell that. So if you're out there and you know how to sell that,
And you're looking for a Mrs. Toad NFT. She's got a non-fungible toad she's trying to get rid of.
I got a MetaMask.
Damn.
Oh my God.
Damn,
Wow.
damn.
Okay, LA.
yeah.
Different place.
Yeah.
So different.
Yeah, I'm into less sexual now. I don't want a pussy hound. I don't want a guy like the guy I'm dating right now. I see when we're walking, I see him see another. You can always see an attractive woman coming towards you. And I know that he sees it. And I do see him look because I wouldn't like it if he didn't look.
Yeah, because then it's like,
is he gay?
Yeah, because then it's like too much.
Yeah.
But when he looks, and then he keeps living.
yeah. Oh,
And I date dudes that like look. And
when
then
you date a guy
like,
that's so lusty, and I'm like, it's pathetic at this point.
yes, it's
pathetic.
too horny. I don't like too horny.
Yeah.
Has too horny happened to you a lot?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Most of the people
Where they just like leave and they just start like following the girl, and you're
Yeah.
like, we were going to dinner.
Yeah. Where they're like physically turning their bodies.
Yeah, like in that GIF or that like popular meme of
Right.
Yeah.
It's like that energy, and I'm like, I don't like. It doesn't make
It's
me
gross.
feel secure. It hurts my feelings.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's also I don't like the fact that like there's so many people in the world you can't even control yourself.
Yeah, I know.
You're not even used to it. And
Well,
it's
and
like
at
that's
that
gross
point,
to me.
That point, you're just looking for anything to distract you. It's not even the
anything
fucking
to distract you from me.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, that is.
But have
crazy.
you checked out another guy while you were with a guy?
Absolutely,
like
but I
this.
don't break my neck. I look.
think I break my neck. You know the way.
I don't.
But it does. But even
I've had
then,
guys-
when you break your neck in front of a guy, they just work harder for you.
I'm seeing a guy that like we'll both ogle over both. Like, but if a guy's really hot, we're both like, Jesus Christ, like what the fuck?
I'm comfortable enough with this guy where I point out the hot chicks.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I'm like, damn
yeah.
titties. You know, I'll
like,
say something.
I'm like, hey, look at that ass. Oh my god, like,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Was he aggressive when he hit on? Like, did did he hit on you or did you hit on him to start dating?
This guy I'm dating, we were friends for a long time.
Oh, nice. And then who made a move? Who made the move?
Both of us, kind of. It was like a lot of hanging out at mutual parties and like being the last two hanging out for over a year.
Oh wow, that's a nice build up.
And then and it's funny because we just started dating like a month ago.
Are you exclusive?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have a conversation?
Yeah.
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 Do you ever like try to get your fucks in before you ask?
Well, I was like, are we open?
Yes.
Because I got a guy with a wife to call real quick.
Just really quick. Just one last one.
One last hurrah before he gets married, apparently.
Oh my God.
No, like you do want to get your fucks in. Because I was like, are we open? And he was like, no.
Oh, okay.
Which I like too. Yeah.
That's a good response. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so now that you're in this relationship, like, are you still like kind of keeping any other relationship that you had like
at bay or like
do you like to stay on your other ex's radars? Because I think no matter how like in love I am with someone, I do like to stay on other ex's radars. I think it's fun.
Yeah, I am friends with like almost all of my exes, but I definitely in the last month have changed our relationships.
Because of this new guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I probably wouldn't for someone else, but because I know this guy's actually taking it seriously, and I don't feel like even something like I was dating a guy before this. Remember that Puerto Rican dude?
Yeah. Oh, I do.
You can't get rid of your other host for someone like that. Like, this guy, I'm like, I feel comfortable enough where I'm like, I should be respecting him.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, he's also, well, the good part is he's also my really good friend. So I don't ever want to hurt his feelings.
Yes.
And I think that's like it's helpful.
Yeah. That is helpful.
when you respect that partner.
That's like a little thing that you overlook a lot.
What a concept.
Person you're dating.
What a concept, respecting your partner.
Well, in retrospect, it's like, it's hard. You're like, oh, I didn't respect like any of these people. That's and then you're like, that's fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes it's hard to let go of like, because I'm a real big roster girl.
Yeah, I love a good roster. I love a filled.
Oh, you like having a roster
and
rotation,
like recycling.
Yeah, I like a roster. Like I also pick people that like won't commit, but I really enjoy being around. So I have like this guy who I'm like, this guy's rich. He likes to take trips. I hang out with him.
Yeah,
this guy's my ex. He likes to do this, have fun. I like fun people.
Yeah,
so if they're super fun and we have a good time together, I'll keep them around. But
these are people you're still fucking, because like for me, I don't fuck the people anymore. I just like being on a list of people. Yeah, they can't get out of their head.
Yeah.
I don't want to have sex with them.
Yeah. I've slipped up, but yeah.
I have an ex that I dated for 5 years that we just talk as friends now, and it feels actually like friends. But I don't know what would happen if he said, I'm in a new relationship.
That sounds like
so. This whole time he's never been in a new relationship in 5 years.
He needs to.
Yeah, that seems like he's okay. Maybe he is hung up on you or something.
I mean, he calls me all the time.
Yeah, he's hung up on you.
Do you love that?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Who doesn't?
I love it.
It feels great. But you hang up on you. You have no sexual interest in him?
He's kind of like, his energy is a little heavy. I'm like more
depressed. Like
I'm more. I'm trying to be happy.
Yeah.
I've been working on myself. I'm on an SSRI, sweetie. I don't need to be around a heavy energy.
Yeah. I dated a heavy energy for 7 years, and when I got out of that, I'm like, woo, I'm free. Oh my god,
it feels so good not dating someone who's heavy. Like,
because you really realize they weigh you down. It's like, ugh.
It's like a cloud. It's like fucking Eeyore. Come on.
Yeah, that was my favorite as a kid. Eeyore.
So sad.
I hated Eeyore.
My first reading was Eeyore 1. I had Eeyore bedspread. I had Eeyore book card. My mom was bipolar, so I was like, I feel bad for the depressed. I have a kinship with them. What do you?
I was a piglet bitch.
I like Tigger, guys. He obviously used drugs.
Yeah.
So my love of addicts has like gone back to my youth.
Who was definitely the stoner.
Yeah. I love an addict too.
Yeah, I love addicts.
I do too.
They love so hard.
I had to do Alanon. I don't know if you've ever done that.
I know it, but I've never.
Are you
done
an addict
it,
as well?
Not technically, but
because it's weed.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I was heavily addicted to Adderall for a very long time, and it ruined my life.
Same. Like, it fucks you up, and you think, but the euphoria gets me. I've actually missed.
She went addicted to Adderall, and I had no idea.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
but my closet was
popping
so
70.
clean.
I was going up to 70 milligrams a day.
That actually makes me feel better because I was like, I'm a terrible friend.
Me
How
too.
the fuck do I not know?
Oh, addicts are great at hiding things.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like, hey, I'm on 60 milligrams of speed right now.
But I help cleaning
I
your
just got a lot of calls.
But I was very cunty when I was on it. Like
I was a little short. Yeah. It's speed. It fucks your mood up.
Coming down and be like, oh.
Yeah, and then you don't sleep. Like I didn't sleep.
I didn't sleep. I didn't eat.
Yeah.
And then there's like positive reinforcement of like, you look good. And then you're like, okay, another one.
Yeah.
It's not you tempting me to get on it.
No, but
It's great.
But I've been off
But the
of it
euphoria feeling
since
is hard.
2019.
Nice. Yeah. I've been off of it for a while, and it's I miss it.
I remember
do miss it. I'm
we
tired
talked
a lot.
about how you were coming off of it.
Yeah, I had a couple rounds of coming off of it because it was a long time of denial because I just fucking loved this drug
It's so good.
fucking much. I'm in love
when
with
I
this
take
drug.
an Adderall, I'm like, I call my mother and I'm like, I should tell you I love you.
Yeah.
Well, that's how it is at
You
first.
birthed me. Well, yes, we have problems.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah. But there's nothing we can't work through.
Yeah.
To me-
We just gotta use our words.
To me, though, the thing that's fucked up is that we live in a society that rewards
Yes.
productivity.
Skinniness, staying up all night, not eating,
Right.
like all that shit. It's
Yeah.
like I'm doing the thing. I'm doing society.
I'm
right.
grinding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm on speed,
My
but I am
teeth.
grinding.
My teeth in my sleep.
My jaw hurts.
That's so funny. I've never done Adderall. The closest I
It's
got was
great.
I had one in a pill bottle that I left on my desk while we were writing our book.
Yeah.
And that was enough.
Yeah.
Just having it there.
knowing it was there.
in this
Energetically.
Oh
bottle.
no! If you would have taken a nibble off the edge
just
of that,
lick it. Just lick it. Yeah.
I love a little crumb of it.
I'm like
That's called chipping. It's
weird
that's
about
an
getting
addict
addicted
thing.
Oh,
to
is it? Because
stuff.
that's what I would do.
I would go to meetings.
Maybe
and-
I was addicted to Adderall.
Maybe. It's almost impossible not to be, I think. Because when you take one pill, you just want to keep taking it. Like,
They're
why would
so
I ever want to stop
good.
taking it?
And then when you're coming down from it,
it's the fucking worst. And you don't want to feel that way. So
And
How does it feel? when
It
you're
feels
coming
like
down?
you're coming down almost from like Coke.
I
to
don't
me.
have.
I like that you explained one drug by giving me another
It's like if you felt like
That's why
all
weed
of
is
your
good for
energy was like depleted.
into the bottom of the earth.
Yes.
Like,
Okay.
just like pooling into the bottom of the earth. You're
I
like,
don't
no.
get bad come downs for anything.
That's great.
I like, when I do Molly, when I do Adderall, I never really
Molly,
I get bad
I
hangovers,
don't.
and that's it.
I get very depressed after a night of drinking. That's why I don't like drinking.
sometimes.
Drinking will make me depressed.
I don't like drinking for that reason either. I'll have,
Exactly.
like
the
a
next
drink.
day is like
The anxiety, I can't handle the drinking anxiety the next
Yeah.
day. I'm like, I was telling
Paranoid.
people I loved them last night.
Oh, yeah.
Enough.
Yeah.
Enough.
Yeah.
Whenever you're too nice, you're enough.
I agree with that. I once told Sheba Mason I would give her a tour of Brooklyn when I was drunk. Whoa. You have a problem.
Yeah, that is. See, that was
drinking
me on Adderall. I remember I was at the Comedy Cellar and Suba was like, "Oh, I need a place to stay for like 3 months," and I was on Adderall. I'm like, "You can stay at my place," and then I'm like, "Why did I fucking do that?" But I like, she's wonderful and lovely. But and then she got to my place. I'm like, "Fuck!" And then she got there. I'm like, I had one bedroom downstairs and then a loft that was like, it was in the summer, so there's no heat, no air was moving through this loft. So I was like, "You sleep in my bed. I'll sleep in the loft." And I just slept in the loft, and I was like, I gotta
For
stop doing
months?
Adderall. Yeah. Like 2 months. 2 months, I think.
That's a crazy
2
story.
months?
You're like,
while.
That's
the speed will get you.
That's
A
worse
month or
than my
two.
breakup marriage.
Honestly. Yeah. Yeah.
No,
2 months in your own loft.
And
A prisoner in your own loft.
Yes. And I also feel like
just
it made
writing
me
TV
go-
shows in your bed.
She literally was writing TV shows. She's like, "Oh, here's you want to have." She bought me a copy of Save the Cat, and I was like, "Man, you're so much better at this comic thing than I am."
So funny.
But it would make, Adderall would also make me chase guys like more intensely because I'm like, "No, we're gonna fucking do this." Not the energy they want. Turns out.
No.
Yeah.
No, men don't like a romantic gesture the way we do.
Yeah,
So
nope.
it's like when you have a masculine energy, I guess I'll just sit here.
Yeah. And the dick
Watch you
comes
hang out with your new girlfriend.
Oof. Yeah.
or your old girlfriend, the one you've had for 6 years.
Don't know what to do here. Yeah.
Ow. Why is it hurting here?
Where can we find you guys online? What would you like to promote? Where can we get more of you?
You can find me at Princess Shank on Twitter and Instagram, and then on This Bitch podcast with Kim that comes out every Monday, and then my solo podcast Shank comes out every Wednesday.
Yeah, you guys can find me on Twitter at Kimberly Congdon, on Instagram at Kim Congdon. I'm on Twitch, twitch.tv/QueenCong1. Check out my podcast, Broad Topics, TOPIX, with Alex Scarlato at the Gas Digital Network, anywhere you find podcasts. And if you like me and Sarah together, make sure you check out our podcast, This Bitch Podcast, anywhere you find podcasts.
Very professional.
So good at promoting, you guys. So clean.
That was very good.
Beautiful.
All right, this has been Guys We Fcked, the anti-slut shaming podcast. We'll talk to you next Friday. Bye.
You can't try to fuck her. Okay.
Why does it go right to that?